podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. I'm your host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and today we're going to take a peek at some beautiful products off the shelves of HIGH-5. I'm joined by my coworkers and colleagues, as always. Thank you for coming out and partying. And Katie, what are we going to try tonight on our podcast?
I'm trying Rebel Sour by Soulshine, which I love Soulshine. I've gotten many strains from them. I've never had Rebel Sour, but I love them, specifically because of their packaging. I'm huge about packaging, especially if there's a lot of plastic or a lot of unnecessary packaging. And theirs is EnviroSafe, and it's printed on vegetable-based inks and recyclable paperboard. So I love that. I love it.
Yes, big shout out to Soulshine. Gotcha.
And it comes in this little baggie inside the box. And whoa. It like has smell and then no smell at all.
Okay.
Bud. Yeah, it like had like a super earthy smell, and I'm not really getting anything at all.
Okay.
And, but fix my lighting here. Get nice little, and it's like super dense.
Beautiful.
Like squishing, not a lot of resistance. Inside looks really good too. It keeps wanting to attach to me. But yeah. So I'm excited. They put on the label that it's talkative and happy. So I'm super down for that.
Okay.
I get to stay up tonight, like super late, so I'm really excited.
Absolutely. Yes, and it's a birthday weekend. Big shout out to Pisces season as well.
Yes,
Big shout out. Yeah. Big shout out Katie and KBZ. Okay, Katie. And then when it comes to what are we smoking that out of?
Usually I do a bomb, but tonight I'm thinking of doing pipe, which is this crystal pipe. You can actually get these at HIGH-5 Supply.
Beautiful.
They come in like 3 different colors, I believe.
Beautiful.
They're all clean. Mine's dirty, but
okay. So. Excellent. Okay. All right, excellent. And big shout out to Soulshine as well. This is our first time seeing that strain in flower. We have had it in pre-rolls before, but I'm excited to see what you think about that one, Katie. We have that in the middle tier in the sativa dominant variety. So big shout out to that. Thank you, Katie. And then, Emily, what are we trying tonight in that podcast?
So I have a few things. 2 being which are edibles. I have a 10-to-1 dark chocolate sea salt from 420 minis. It's 10-to-1. Oh, cute. They even have like a little, it's so hard to see. You're not going to be able to see it. It's not Katie's. They have like 420 like carved onto the chocolate. So that's cute. I am definitely not expecting to feel stoned from this at all. It's a 10-to-1. I'm just going to eat the one, but I'm going to follow it up with some Smokies. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever had their blackberry flavor. So, blackberry sour indica. I'll probably follow it up with like a couple of those guys. And then I have a joint that I'm going to smoke. So, I'm going to start with the chocolate, just so that way that's done. And this is 420 minis. Are they like a different, like, are they a sister company to someone, or do they only do the 420?
They are, I believe they are just the 420 company. At least they don't, it says live for evergreen. Maybe it's evergreen. It says visit our website, forevergreenherbal.com. And it's made by Evergreen Herbal. And then it's like Evergreen Herbal handles as well. So, if Evergreen Herbal has other things, this is definitely a sister company.
Okay, cool. That's a really solid dark chocolate sea salt. That's really good. I'm not normally like the biggest dark chocolate fan. I mean, I can be, but if I guess I had a choice between, it's not like my go-to. but I would eat a whole bag of those, no problem. Like, that is so freaking good. You don't taste anything. Like, literally, there's not, like, any THC, CBD flavor. To me, I literally just tasted dark chocolate and sea salt. I'm gonna drink something in water.
Okay.
But this would be great for, like, people who don't, like, want that, like, head high or body high, super heavy, you know, this would be a good one. It's still 10 milligrams of THC, right? It's just 100 milligrams of, or is it?
Yeah, 10 to 1. So it's 100 milligrams of CBD and 10 milligrams of THC in the entire unit.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's still 10. For some reason, I was under the impression like it was maybe like the Journeyman's, where it was like that 50 to 1, but that is like way more up there. So
Right.
this still has at least 10 milligrams of THC. So I guess if you have no tolerance and you're looking, this could still be a lot for somebody that, like my mom, for example, she does not smoke, have a tolerance. She can only do a half of a gummy at a time, 5 milligrams, that's it. So if you're one of those people, maybe don't eat the whole thing, or do. I don't want to stop you, I don't care.
That's right.
Just saying, my deaf mother thought she could hear, so she was so high after she ate the full one.
20 minutes.
Okay, smoky sour blackberry. I've had Smokies before. The texture is like really hard. It's not as like a gummy as like a gummy bear, you know, it's still gelatinous,
Right.
but it has that like more chewier, I would say, texture. Oh my god. The sour kind of hits you at first. That's great. Wow. That's really smooth to like eat and go down. I'm kind of weird when it comes to like textures and chewing for a long time. It kind of sucks. And also like the aftertaste. I'm a really big picky when it comes to aftertaste, because if it tastes like absolute just garbage, I have a really hard time wanting to eat the next one. But this had a really nice, pleasant aftertaste. Still, you can taste a little bit, you know, but I'm not surprised. It does taste very sweet after you get past the sour part. Like it tastes like a blackberry, like tart, you know, as a blackberry should be. I'm gonna eat the second one and then smoke up the joint. So if you want to talk about what you are gonna smoke and then loop back to me, we totally could, unless you don't mind. But or you know, I don't know.
No, you're good.
Really quick, and then. So this one is the Banana Wonder from Doc&Ywti.
Okay.
We have like hella packs left, and I feel like normally Doc&Ywti sells fast, but Banana Wonder I feel like is a new strain, so people are kind of maybe like a little weird about it. But we literally have. I was looking at backstock a lot, so I'm smoking one of these to try to talk about it. This is a cross between the Banana Kush and Willie's Grape Kush. So a lot of Kush. These guys, you get a pack of 4 for a pretty affordable price, I would say. They're less than I think the ever grows, right? Monetarily wise, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, but I love the way that they're rolled. Doc&Ywti always has really nice, really flavorful joints. Whoa, just almost knocked over my whole ass laptop. Literally, I don't see like any creases, no dents, no gaps. A little twist off at the top. It looks like a nice rolled half. They have like that type of raw paper, but it's not raw. It's not labeled raw.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still getting some blackberry notes from one of my freaking gummy. Hold on. Well, it's very like cushy, very sweet almost.
Okay.
Like if you were to mix the scent of fresh cut grass in with like a little bit of pininess too, though. It's like piney, it's cushy, it's kind of like fresh cut grass. And like the aftertaste is a little bit sweet. Again, that might be the gummy. Okay, I'm gonna spark this guy up and smoke that.
Gotcha. Okay, and we'll check back in just a moment and see how that ends up burning, and what that overall flavor and smoothness is like on that one as well. Thank you, Emily. And then I am going to be doing the 420 minis. This is the dark chocolate sea salt as well, and the 10-to-1. Now they are they don't use any artificial coloring, which is cool. They are gluten-free as well, but they are not vegan. Many things that are dark chocolate, sometimes depending on the brand, will be vegan as well. These little guys are not. They do contain soy and dairy, and they're produced in a facility that has nuts, but these themselves do not have any nuts. 10 minis per pouch, 1 milligram of THC in each of them, 10 milligrams of CBD in each of them. And I tried one at 11:15. The breakdown of the desired effects we'll get into in just a moment, but I want to hold this little guy. Also, first things first, packaging. Love this. They
So
give you
easy
the
to
little
open.
tears. Yes. They give you the tiny little tears. They're cute. They're like little bricks, you know what I'm saying? Really, really like building blocks. If somebody wants to make a Lego house out of these, I would love that. And please put that in the comments and send that to me. That'd be so cool. I'm sure 420 minis would give you something for that. I feel like that would be bomb. As far as getting into this bad boy, you open it. The smell is very chocolate. Super chocolate in your face when you smell it. Really, really nice. Now, I'm going to do this a certain way. Can I break this with my mighty hands? Ah, yeah. Nope. I'm going to bite it.
I'm dead.
Now, as you see this, can't really see anything other than the actual chocolate itself. And I want to do this in 2 different ways because upon eating it the first time, I noted if you want to savor this, you're somebody that takes chocolate and you sit it on your tongue and you just, savor it, savor it, savor it. This has almost no flavor. Almost no flavor if you just sit it and savor it on your tongue. Try to wash it around, swash it around your mouth, you get almost nothing. When you bite it, that is when all the flavor is released. It's very unique. That's a very unique mode of, flavor. I also noted that there is no cannabis flavor as well. I do also think that that is the case. But let's get into this and do the bite sample first with this half. Even upon biting it, the first 5 bites, 6 bites, 7 bites, no flavor. And then the dark chocolate notes come out. And then the tiniest bit of sea salt comes through. One thing I wish, there was some bigger granules of salt so that you could get that texture in each bite, number 1. Number 2, I actually do like the flavor of the chocolate. It's not too bitter. It's not too sweet. It's a really happy medium balance. It's actually probably really good quality chocolate. This actually reminds me of what we use at the bakery. Now, when it comes to the texture of it, the chocolate itself, it's fine. It's definitely a harder chocolate. It's not like your Dove chocolate or your Godiva chocolate. It's not really like that. And what's even funnier is you look at this picture.
I know.
That looks fire.
Flaky. That looks flaky. There's none.
No.
None.
So that's false advertisement, number 1. But as far as everything else goes, like I said, I'll sit that on my tongue in a moment and just try and savor it. But this is a type of chocolate that leaves your breath smelling stinky, for sure. There's certain types of chocolate that doesn't. This definitely does. And now, the desired effects. After having 1 at 11:15, it is now, what is it? Was it 12:15, 12:18, 12:19, whatever? I wrote, and more importantly, since we've started, this is almost finished. So, I said it feels mood enhanced, ready to be present and engaged. Body feels great and attention span feels widened. I said slightly uplifted. Feel in stomach mostly. Body feels good though, and euphoria after 20 minutes is a 4 out of 10. And on the more groovy side. Upon my drive home, I could not have been enjoying it more. You know what I'm saying? The music, that is, sorry. You know, it definitely does have a stoniness to it as well. You know what I'm saying? Really nice head high. But I was jamming so hard on the way home, having a blast. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it was out of the ordinary to the point where, you know, not to say that I was sweating, but definitely was warmed up. Like, definitely was getting warm. And I'll try and, like, I'm very odd, but I'll try and, like flex in my car as much as possible while I'm going home to warm me up for my 100. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I reintroduced circuits. I had some injury to my MCL as of lately, but finally came back to, you know, adding legs back into the gym today. And today was, you know, a first leg day in a long time, you know, well needed and well necessary, and feel good, feel strong. You know what I'm saying? Everything is right where it should be. But this has completely washed that away. However, I noted effects feel somewhat weakening due to the body tickles. I said this is very welcome, and this is something that I do enjoy, whether it's with cannabis or with edibles. I find it a lot with mushrooms and things of that nature. It will give you these body tickles, you know what I'm saying, especially with a proper dosage, you know what I'm saying. Although I have these body tickles, I definitely still feel in control. Also, upon coming home and doing my 100, I didn't feel anxious. A lot of times I'm racing the clock trying to get these things done before I jump on the podcast. Didn't feel anxious at all. Threw some music on and got right to it, you know what I'm saying? No cramps or anything like that as I was working out. A lot of times when you're doing 2-a-days, the first session at the gym will get you at that night session, you know what I'm saying? That shit will fuck you up. So, you know what I'm saying? It was a really, really pleasant experience. Not to say tomorrow morning I'll wake up and be able to move. We have no choice. The restaurant waits for nobody. Big shout out to Jen and Hawthorne. More importantly, big shout out to Patty and the entire nation of Austria. You know what I'm saying? Staying strong through Austria. Miss Quirky Patty, one of the most pleasant and one of the most appreciated. We love you so much. But nevertheless, I do really, really like this so far. It is good. There are a bunch of things I would change, but this is also, it's fairly decent. Now, as far as savoring it, we're going to go ahead and count on my head. Here we go. The other half. Also, because this is a harder dark chocolate, I do not think that this is a pleasurable experience savoring it really at all. I get like a chalkiness coming off of it mostly. Still barely taste chocolate. Literally. Because the chocolate is so hard, I feel like I can't get it to dissolve off of the chocolate like a normal chocolate would. Or I should say not normal, like a softer chocolate would. And personally, I shouldn't be sucking on anything this hard. Take that as you will. But nevertheless, this is it's a decent chocolate, but I don't know that I would be necessarily buying this again nor recommending this. I think that there are better dark chocolates for sure. As far as the actual effects go, like I said, that was off of one piece. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I do CBD when I do edibles on here. I try to do CBD or CBG or CBN because people come in and they're like, I don't want anything that's going to get me high. And they listen to Google and they listen to idiots and they tell them, they're like, oh yeah, this would be great. Ma'am, this is going to put you under an influence. This is an influence. I smoke weed every single fucking day. You know what I'm saying? And can smoke as much as anybody else. I choose not to because it's better for my wallet and my tolerance. You know what I mean? But this has completely put me under the influence. 100%. Heavy eyes now also starting to creep in. So just because it's CBD does not mean that it will not put you under the influence. We sell it because it puts you under an influence. That's the entire point. Period. But nevertheless, a decent option. Would I consider this functional versus not functional? I'm actually going to make this not functional. Also, once again, I don't feel like doing anything. I just ate that whole fucking piece and I maybe got 1 granule of salt. That just pissed me off. Number 2, the granule doesn't come into the very last second. Like, what good is that? What good does that do me? And why would you really? I'm going to take a Sharpie the next time I go in HIGH-5 and I'm going to color in the bottom of every single fucking one of these bags because there's no salt crystals as far as I'm concerned. Bopa, if you're listening to this, big shout out to the sample bags. Also, Bopa, if you're listening to this, I need a brown Sharpie. But nevertheless, Katie, once again, that's a 420 minis in a dark chocolate sea salt. What are we thinking so far?
I'm really liking it so far. I just finished my second bowl. I'm stoned. I would say I'm happy even. Like, this is elevated. Feels like a sativa for sure.
Wow.
It's making it a little hard to focus, and I don't know if that's just because I'm feeling the entire high in my face. But it's very, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just know I'm stoned. Like, it's not a functional stone. I feel vibey, but I feel awake. Like I'm high and awake at the same time. So I would definitely love this, like, in the middle of the day, kind of like a feeling, kind of, just kind of like chilling and stuff, and playing video games, being creative or something. Maybe even doing housework. I could see myself doing housework, even though I can't really focus. Like, if I found a task that I enjoyed enough, I could stay on topic. But my brain is just, it's ADHD and
Okay.
And but it was good. I got 2 bowls out of 1 bud, and it came with 3. So it's really good. It's got some white smoke. It wasn't harsh at all. Like, I coughed just because it was hot and I'm smoking out of a pipe.
Right.
But it was smooth. It was super smooth. I enjoyed it. I immediately wanted to start smoking a second one. So I like it. I would purchase this.
Okay, smooth. You would give it 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Wow. Okay. And remind me the name of this one.
This is Rebel Sour by Soulshine Cannabis.
Okay. If you had to describe the high in 3 words, what would you give it?
Elevated, talkative, and vibey.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
I don't even know if vibey is a word, but I'm making it one.
Okay. And is this more of a head high or a body high for you?
Head high for sure. I'm feeling it all in my face. Definitely like in my T-zone area, forehead, down the nose. It's all like in the forefront of.
Okay. Okay, excellent. All right. And now, would you say this is something that's on a scale of potency? What would you give it out of 10?
A good 8, 8.5.
Okay.
I'm fairly high off 2 bowls.
Nice.
And I have a fairly high tolerance for someone who smokes predominantly, like dabs. So off 2 bowls out of a pipe, that's really good for me.
Okay, hell yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Hell yeah. Thank you, Katie. And then, Emily, how are we feeling so far after that?
I'm feeling, excuse me, I feel pretty stoned. I had the 10-to-1 dark chocolate sea salt, 2 of the Indica sour blackberry Smokies, and then the Doc&Ywti joint. The joint burns so freaking smooth. They always do. They never fail to impress me. Got really pretty white ashes too at the end, which is just, I love it. And it did come through with that piney, like almost like a earthy, more like taste to it once I started to get the burn going. it's very spacey. My God, it's spacey. I don't recommend this maybe if like you're trying to get shit done, you know. Could also be the indicas slowly kicking in as well. My back was really hurting like before and even like beginning the podcast, but like also I did use a little bit of our Dragon Bomb, the 1-to-1, just like a little roll on.
Nice.
Literally that mixed with like the high that I'm feeling right now, the part of my back is tingling now and it does not hurt at all. It's quite amazing. And I have back problems. So I don't know, there's 4 products here technically. Shit. I'm busy. But yeah, I am very happy with this high. It's exactly where I think I needed to be at this time of day after fasting. So I'm chilling. I give this like a smoothness out of like 10 out of 10 for sure. Like
nice.
It's super smooth for the pre-roll. It's amazing. Tastes great. I think I coughed just a couple times just going because I was literally just starting and I'm a cougher, so.
Okay. Hell yeah. And do you think that this is for that, which one is that for the pre-roll?
The Banana Kush. Oh wait,
nice.
The Banana Wonder?
Hell yeah. Okay, flavor, what does the flavor remind you of mostly? Is it any banana at all, or?
No.
Okay.
And I would know this because I am not a banana person.
Gotcha.
I know the tragedy. I know they're good for you and whatnot, but I just can't get past the texture of bananas and like the very muted taste. I have a hard time. But like, I have tried banana bread before. Shit is good. I have had brownies made with bananas. Shit is also good. But I think just bananas by themselves, I'm just like, or if I can have any type of like taste in it, I'm not like a fan. Even artificial banana, can't do it.
Okay, oh yeah. Okay, thank you, Emily. And then I am going to get us started with this on the scale of 1 through 10. Overall, and I wrote a couple more things, but overall, I'm going to give this, if I had to do a scale of 1 through 10, all things considered, price as well, I'm going to give this a very solid 6 out of 10. Also, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. I'm going to drop this down because of the packaging. False advertisement is an issue. Once again, these are the 420 minis in the 10-to-1. The effects really are great. They are really, really nice effects. I wrote, and the more socially I feel composed, I said it's hard to focus my eyes. It's super hard to like stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly like, well, what can I do next? So, meaning also it's very progressive. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more of a progressive mindset, but it's still I would still consider it not functional. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'd rather kind of enjoy what's happening in the high than to be like, all right, like after this, for instance, Malcolm, are you going to be, not to say that anything needs to be done, but would I be going around the apartment trying to fix stuff up? No. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to watch a Liverpool versus Man City game. Big shout to the Barclays Premier League. The 2 top teams in the league had a big game today. Dave almost came in and tried to fucking ruin it for me. Please. Respect. It doesn't even have to be your bud tender. Respect people's wishes. Came in and was like, hey, bro, you see that? Nah, Shut the fuck up. Immediately. No matter what the subject is, if you're talking to somebody and they're like, please don't. You know what I'm saying? Just like if somebody tells you like, did you see the shooting on the news? I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't ruin somebody's day. Don't do it. And he did an amazing job. Big shout out to that motherfucker Dave. But nevertheless, it was big day in the Premier League today. But nevertheless. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. There are many things they could do differently in order to make this different. Also, this is no shame to 420 Bar. This Their hemp crunch, amazing. The toffee.
The toffee one is one of my favorites.
Fire.
One of my favorites.
So, this is, once again, it comes down to preference. It's all preference. You know what I mean? The false advertisement, that's not preference. But everything else is preference. Well, granted. But yeah, big shout out to 420 minis. Okay, and then Katie, what are we thinking?
Honestly, I have no complaints. It's a 10 out of 10, I think.
All right.
Like, I can't think of anything to complain about. I have 2 bowls. I'm still inclining in stonyness. And I still have, like, this much left. Like,
wow.
I'm impressed.
That's a gram and you had 2 bowls?
Yeah, I had 2 bowls. And it's a decent sized bowl. It's not like it's a small bowl.
Right.
And I got 2 bowls off of 1 bud and I had 2 more.
Wow.
And yeah, and it ground pretty nicely.
Okay.
And it wasn't dry, and it wasn't like crazy sticky, but it was really smokable and smooth. And yeah, I have no complaints. I've had Soulshine before, and I've had great strains from Soulshine, but I've also had really bad ones. So this was definitely one of the good ones.
Okay.
And especially for the price point and what you're getting, this is, I think, really good.
Okay. And this is also in the middle tier. Big shout out to Soulshine once again. Now, Katie, because you thought you were safe, favorite dish was sea salt. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
I get it, sea salt chocolate, because that's the only thing I could think of. And I do like sea salt dark chocolate, but with potato chips.
Like potato chips dipped in dark chocolate and then sprinkled with sea salt? That would be fire.
I have had chocolate dipped potato chips and that shit slaps.
Yes.
It was at Jess's because I was just about to bring it up.
Oh no, it was literally years ago when I used to work in a middle school. I had a student bring it in and she was like, teacher, you gotta try it. And I was like, holy shit, that's good. My God.
That sounds bomb.
Just gifted me for Christmas Ruffles dipped in
Yes. I was gonna say it's gotta be thick chips if they're gonna be dipped in chocolate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes. I literally pictured the Ruffles in the white and blue bag with the wavy.
Yes.
Dip them shit. Oh my
the
god.
Ruffles with the ridges.
That would be fire. Okay, fair. Okay. Thank you, Katie. And then Emily, what are we thinking?
I'm gonna give the Doc&Ywti a 10 out of 10.
All right.
Without a doubt, every time. For the price point, you get 4 amazing like quality pre-rolls. They burn great, they taste great, they get you stoned as fuck. Smokies, I think I've had enough like of their like random stuff, like their sativas, some of their hybrids, and like the CBG ones too that we have. Amazing.
Fire.
So freaking good. Yeah, the CBG ones have to be some of my favorites. I'm gonna give Smokies like a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I don't know. No particular reason. Maybe just because I don't feel right judging it off of 2 gummies so far. I do feel nice and calm and relaxed, which is kind of, I think, where I need to be right now. But, like, I don't know. They didn't have notches in the package.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't like. For sure, I don't like that. Because I use my teeth, and no one likes it when I use my teeth. Even though I know I shouldn't, but I do anyway. I know, I just... You're right with the 420 minis. You're so right. They are so hard to savor if you want to savor them. They're not like one you can just pop in your mouth and let melt. It does not work that way. You have to chew it if you want the flavor. I like them as a whole. I only had the one, but yeah, I think this one specifically, I'm kind of on the same level with you, where I'm like at that solid like 6, 7. But that's, again, I love 420 minis. I've had like their toffee is my absolute favorite. I have once bought a whole bag of those, went home and ate the entire thing, and just like zonked. I slept so fucking good. But yeah, I'm gonna say like a 7.5 out of 10 for that.
Wonderful.
Definitely a lot of CBD, which I don't normally get, and you can feel a little bit less anxiety, which is nice. I don't know if that has to do with the part of the CBD or the THC or the mixture of the both, or however much. There's 100 milligrams of CBD in that one chocolate.
No, in the unit, in the bag.
In the unit.
But there's
Okay,
10
cool.
in each piece. Yes.
Of CBD
Of
and
CBD.
THC.
No, only 1 milligram of THC in each piece.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought originally, but then I thought that it was 10 milligrams of THC, but now it is just the one.
Just one.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, nice. I'm all over the place with that one. When I don't have the package in front of me, it totally was like throwing me off.
No worries.
Yeah. For what it is, yeah, that's a solid 7.5 out of 10. That's great. So, but make it maybe more savory. I don't know what they have to do to the. Yeah, I'm not picky about it. It's THC chocolate. It's great. It's cool. Or it's CBD chocolate too. I'm also thinking about their toffees.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. It's cool.
Okay. Yes. They big shout to 420. Big shout to 420 Mini, and Evergreen Herbal.
Yep.
And Emily, because you thought you were safe, favorite dish with Brussels sprouts? Go. 5, 4.
No,
3.
can I just say air fried Brussels sprouts?
Yes.
With like seasoning and Parmesan on top of it. That shit slaps.
Sounds fire. Yes.
Sounds amazing.
It's really freaking good.
Yeah, I'm in the mood for that right now. Yes.
No, literally same. I would do one.
Okay. Okay, hell yeah. Okay, thank you, Emily. And it seems as though this has brought us to a close. I want to give a big shout out to everybody smoking weed and eating weed, and enjoying Mary Jane for all that she is. We appreciate you. To my coworkers and colleagues, as always, thank you for rocking and rolling. And to everybody out there, stay high and humble, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Peace. Take it easy, y'all.